Shalom. I would like to give all reverence, due benevolence, worship, honor, praise, and glory unto the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, whose name is Yahweh Shai. This is a exhortation to you Israelites to keep the commandments of the Lord. And one of the commandments that we are required to abide by is to not make any baldness upon our heads. This is specifically for so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men to hearken unto. But the same also applies for any woman who thinks about or enjoys making baldness upon their heads. Whether you like to put a wig on top of your head or for whatever reason. We are required to keep hair on our head. So I'm going to get that right out of the law in the book of Leviticus chapter 21 and verse number 5. It says, "They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh." So the first part of that verse is what we're going to focus on today, in that they shall not make baldness upon their head. So you may think, well, can I not get buzz cuts anymore? No. Baldness quite literally means to shave off every last hair on your head and to make it smooth, like the way you would see on like Michael Jordan, for example. We can't make our heads bald. So if you're a individual who's losing your hair, if you're a man who's losing your hair at the moment, and you think that it would look better for you to just shave it all off and just have what you would consider to be a clean look, that's not a clean look in the eyes of the Lord. So whatever amount of hair you have, if it's receding from the front of your hairline or if you're losing hair at the crown of your head, then just be wise according to the law and how you're going to deal with that. Let's say you're losing a lot of hair in the crown of your head. A lot of men go through that. Then you may want to just get a very low haircut. You may want to go to your barber and get like a 1.5 or a number 2. And if it's really chronic, then you may just want to get a number 1. Now, if you're someone who has a receding hairline at the front of your head, then again, you're going to want to make sure that, you can leave your hair the way you like it. You can leave it grown out. If that's the decision that you make, to each their own, as long as we are putting the Lord's laws first. But if you want to create some type of illusion or some type of blend to make yourself look more presentable and to lessen the dread of having to deal with losing your hair, which is something that is not good. Obviously, no one wants to lose their hair. The Lord bless us with beautiful hair. We want to keep it for as long as possible. But just because it starts to go from us doesn't mean that we start to go from the Lord. So I exhort brethren to speak with their barbers and see how they can bring the hair down to make it look nice. And let's say you're a man who has lost all the hair on like the top of your head and it only grows on the side like George Jefferson. Then again, you can't just take off that hair on the side, because now you only have hair on half or a quarter of your head, and then just decide to just become fully bald. So whenever you go to the barber and that's on the forefront of your mind, don't tell them to use that razor with the blade, the one that they have to take off and then put onto that folding metal razor, because that razor creates pure baldness if it's applied to the scalp and then ran through the head until it creates a clean, bald look. or a shiny bald look. Let me say that. I don't want to use the word clean because that would be to promote that. So when you come into the true knowledge of your heritage, when you come into the knowledge of the truth about your heritage, according to the scriptures, then this is one of the ways that we are supposed to honor the Lord and make sure that we're putting his commandments first. We cannot make any baldness upon our head. So take heed to that. Make sure that you're keeping some hair on your head at all times. And one more thing is, if you're someone who has lost all of your hair and now you're just like completely bald, like naturally, I don't know the exact scientific process behind that or how clean your head may become. Keep using the word clean, or how hair free your head may become if you just lose all of your hair. But if that just so happens to be the case, then you have nothing to worry about because you didn't make the baldness upon your head yourself. That's just something that naturally happened. That was what was destined to befall you. So you're good on that front. But so long as we are taking that initiative and that action to create baldness upon our heads, then we're in transgression, and that's sin. So I'll read Leviticus 21:5 one more time and then round out. It says, "They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh." So that's the verse that you go to reference that and make sure that you're dealing accordingly. Our people are a holy people unto the Lord, speaking of Israel, and we have a great many laws that we have to keep that govern the many aspects of our life, such as how we dress, how we eat, how we observe high holy days and days of great gladness, how we take care of ourselves, how we pamper ourselves, how we groom ourselves, and many more. So that's a law that is something you can do right away. I'm trying to exhort all you brethren who may be new to the knowledge of the truth of your heritage, or just getting your feet set in keeping the commandments and looking for ways to increase, on how you can do so without even, you can just do so right away. Or the Lord said no more baldness. All right, no more baldness. And as I've touched on before, or the Lord said no more rare meats, no more medium rare, medium well. All right, well done. And so on. So with that, I say shalom, Israel. Shalom.